my dears, in love and light. Emotional ascension symptoms. Now, as we make our ascension into the next stage of existence, as the earth itself changes in vibration and heads towards the fourth density, and as we do the same, many of us experience ascension symptoms. Now, I researched current ascension symptoms that people are experiencing and had a lot of responses, so I had to break them into 3 groups. Please see my videos on paranormal ascension symptoms and my video on physical ascension symptoms, but this one is all about emotional ascension symptoms. So sometimes we experience emotional changes as we go through these energetic changes, and this is a list of those symptoms for you. Number 1 is a nice one for you, a sense of bliss. Now this is lovely because we are raising in our level of consciousness, and a sense of bliss indicates that you're doing that inner work, that you're realizing concepts such as where happiness is found, it's found within, and that you're finding inner peace. And by feeling this sense of bliss, it will contribute it to the mass consciousness, raising the vibration of all beings here. Number 2 is tears of joy. A lot of people are suddenly experiencing tears of joy. Now, why is this happening? Because they're seeing beauty in the world. They're recognizing the beauty. They're recognizing when something amazing is happening and able to appreciate that. Now, that is where you're experiencing the present moment. Instead of walking around muddled in thoughts all day long, you see the beauty. You see a family member enjoying themselves. You recognise the love you feel for your partner or your friend or a family member. And those tears of joy come because you appreciate that and you've got your priorities straight. You're not wrapped up in materialism or media or anything like that. You have tears of joy because you realise, you appreciate what's going on in front of you right now. Number 3 is a feeling of intense love. Now you have love for everyone and everything, or you're getting there anyway. Please see my video on how to have love for everyone and everything. Now that is consciousness raising. That's an ascension symptom. Part of ascension is learning how to feel love rather than negative emotions, and it can be done as I described in that video. So it shows that your consciousness is raising rapidly because you're starting to feel that love for everyone and everything. Number 4 of emotional ascension symptoms is social anxiety. So a slightly more negative one here. Now, social anxiety might come about if you haven't done your inner work yet, or you haven't quite completed it. Please see my video on how to do inner work. And social anxiety can come about where we feel like we're not good enough in the presence of others, that we're a bit self-conscious, our confidence is low, our self-esteem is low, we've got poor self-image, all of these different things, and that requires the inner work to be done. But do you know why that social anxiety is coming out? Because the subconscious wants to be healed. So you're ending up with emotions, negative ones, being triggered, and they're triggered by others. The other people are triggering you in the way that you've still got traumas that need healing from the past. So the inner work needs to be done, and the subconscious is wanting to be healed because it's making its ascension. So the healing needs to be done. And a big part of making ascension is healing those traumas from the past and working on how you feel about yourself so that you can interact with reality better in order to help others, for example. Number 5 of emotional ascension symptoms is deep empathy for others around you and for the world. Now, again, this is consciousness raising. This is greater awareness. In addition, it's also a paranormal ascension symptom because your empathic skills may be increasing at this time. But generally, you're feeling empathy. Instead of walking around in your little box, your eyes open to others in the world and potential suffering in the world, and you feel like you want to reach out and help others now, because service to others, the service to others path is a big part of ascension, because we're learning how to not only have love for the self but love for others also. So you have a great deal of empathy for suffering in the world and what others are going through. Number 6, you feel disconnected and lonely. Now, spiritual awakening is a classic time for feeling lonely, because all of a sudden you have all these realizations and your concept of self is shot away and your ego obliterated, and you need to reinvent yourself and reinvent your place in reality, in society, because you perceive everything differently now. Now, it's classic and normal that you feel lonely at this time, because your thoughts and opinions are suddenly very misaligned with other people around you. You think differently to them now, so it's natural to feel lonely because others around you who may not have had these realizations yet might look at you as if, what are you talking about? And that can hurt, that can make you feel lonely. And they may not understand you or worry what's happening to you. So there's a sense of disconnection. And as I say to many people who are going through a spiritual awakening, it does get better. It takes a bit of time. You start to find others you can relate to, and you start to gain in confidence and have confidence about your new ways of thinking and your beliefs. So loneliness and feeling disconnected is definitely an emotional ascension symptom that many are experiencing at the moment. Number 7 is feeling the power of your own thoughts. Now, this isn't quite an emotional ascension symptom, but it can feel quite emotional and joyful when you're realizing that your thoughts are manifesting reality, but also your feelings manifest reality too, because it's key in the law of attraction and manifesting. So you're realizing that how you feel about certain things affects the likely outcome, affects the probability of things happening, of things appearing in your reality, of events occurring. You're realizing the power of your emotions, the power of your thoughts, and that's a big emotional ascension symptom at the moment. And number 8 is mood swings. It's very natural to experience mood swings right now. Your ego is sort of coming and going. It wants to hold on to the you that you have been. It wants to hold on to everything you have believed before, and perhaps as materialistic reality. It doesn't want to let go. It wants to keep your head in the past and looking forward to the future and keep you out of the present moment. Your ego wants you to have all kinds of beliefs and limiting beliefs about the self. And then there's other parts of you that want to break free, and your consciousness wants to fly, and you're starting to experience that love and that joy and that bliss. So it makes you a bit up and down. In addition to that, as I said about the subconscious wanting to heal and cleanse itself, you're finding that you're triggered, and those little traumas from the past are triggered and coming out. So you're getting a bit of anxiety, a bit of sadness, a sense of dread or some fear or something like that, because the subconscious is saying, heal me, because it needs to be healed, ready for an existence that's pure love. So healing must be done. So as a result of all of this, we're experiencing mood swings at the moment. Plus, there's lots of funny energies going on. The energies are rising and falling, and it's all to do with this vibrational shift, to do with planetary alignments and astrology and other metaphysical things that are going on. The energies are always changing, and this does affect our mood greatly, hence the mood swings. So I hope you're not feeling too emotional or too up and down, and that you can find some peace in the present moment. But let me and others know in the comments section what emotions you've been experiencing during your ascension, and try to help each other a little bit through it. So don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. Like and share also, because we're raising a mass vibration together. So go now in love and peace.